go in the bathroom because I was literally about to cry. Nobody flirts with me. And it's sad.
If you're curious enough to ask yourself, while on the clock, mind you, why don't my coworkers ever flirt with me? Then you also got to ask yourself, am I worth them being fired over? Sometimes it could be a vanity thing, sometimes it isn't, but writhing over it isn't the way to go. Taking in the risk factor that men have to deal with is quintessential in order for you to give yourself a feasible answer. If you have the audacity to ask at a workplace environment, why don't other people flirt with me while I'm at work? You also got to have audacity for yourself. Audacity needs to be firing off on all cylinders. You got to understand that when a man is making an advance at a woman at work, whether they be attractive or unattractive, they take two things into consideration. Whether you're attractive enough for them to risk making the advance in the first place, or your proneness to tell everybody else that they made the advance in the first place. And by the looks of it, you're cementing your digital footprint. You're telling the world how you dealt with the ordeal. So the fact that these men brush shoulders with your capacity to overshare doesn't surprise me. It was probably a high likelihood that you did it one way or another. I can parasocially see why they would never approach you amorously, so you can't be surprised if they conduct themselves with a sense of repulsion. I feel like if you a woman, you should never aspire to be the female equivalent to where my hug at big head. It's just not a good way to live. It's just never a permissible reason as a woman that you should give most men the idea that you would go for anything. Because I bet you them coworkers that you seen flirting that you were so envious of that inspired this video to be made, I know for a fact they know that you watched them now. For real, you got to know the risk that men run when it comes to them seducing you at your job. They rather just be rid of that paranoia. But you really got to stop treating your small detriments like they're benefits, because I don't even think you don't get flirted with. I just believe that you want a certain kind of guy to flirt with you. But nonetheless, I feel like it is superfluous for you to be upset, have gripes in a setting that is made for you to be fulfilling obligations. Like, that's like me taking college courses and then I go to the local library and instead I'm pontificating about how nobody finds me attractive at that library. The world does not stop for me. You want to know why everybody's ignoring me at that library? Because they're all there for the right reasons. But yeah, you should be real mindful about what you post about work, especially if you're going back there tomorrow. I know you're going to have like a couple coworkers that see what you said about them, and it's only 5 of them, so they going to think, oh man, this is an awkward situation. Listen, I used to work at a warehouse, so I know how this buddy system be working.